Further ado, we're gonna call our next poet up to the mic, y'all. Put your hands together for LUV. The poet and the concept.
How y'all feeling? Thank you. Probably going because of that pizza and I just got off of work. I'm just saying, these kids don't feed themselves. Take note. Guys, if you take me out, I'm eating a salad, a steak, and some ranch, and a double ranch, okay? But I just want to give a moment before, I get into it. Honestly, every single one that's here right now, you guys are helping me heal. Let me tell you, I know we all love poetry in here, but the healing that I get from speaking it out loud instead of keeping it internally in my body is beyond words. It's beyond writable, okay? For real. But I'm gonna start with my first one. Says, can I get a round of applause? Thank you. I'd like to say good job. Good job on losing your temper. Good job on losing your patience. Good job on being so inconsiderate and blinded by pride that you forgot to be a considerate human. I'm sure we've all heard this in our guilty conscience. You want to know what's on my conscience? I'll tell you, I didn't vote. I was working, I was late, I lost track of time, now I lost my rights. My rights as a woman in America. Having PCOS, a fertility problem, can't be enough to top it off. Now I have to go out of state. If I find that a piece of myself and my already deformed body is not able to create a heartbeat, only a decaying piece of flesh that has to be, it matters because God says so. I'm sorry, not God. That's just what they say who says so. It's a political issue. Insert laughter here. It's not a medical issue at all. It's not to her privacy nor mine. It doesn't matter if you're raped. It doesn't matter if you've been on birth control. People don't even realize as many Puerto Rican women that have died for testing, quote, birth control, that is still unsafe for a woman's body. Women can still get pregnant. Hello, wake up call. Women and girls are just walking around with less rights now. We're just walking around less. Women, it's only validation to our consistent seek of validation from others in our society that we somehow need others' validation to have more rights, to be looked at as, quote, right, as good, as beautiful, as successful, as smart, as an individual. I profoundly validate to all women and girls that we do not need validation. This beauty is untouchable. This creative intelligence is from within. Think of all the names that were kept quiet, that were kept behind a man's door or in a kitchen. How many ideas, how many inventions? It's 2022, yet we still have old men deterring at our discretion. We have men persuading our fellow women and children's perception, furthering the cycle just a few centuries more, and that's not enough. Keep them down, keep them low. Let's get a new eyebrow chin and tell them how they're not fit enough once again. Yeah, here I am mad. And I didn't vote. But let me tell you, at least while I still have, quote, freedom of speech, my 2 feet, I will reach out, I will speak. Hopefully I'll be a part of bringing about Roe v. Wade, or better yet, a movement that will never let our rights be taken away again. Thank you. Thank you. That's just the first one. That's just the first one. I had to get that out. Thank you. Today I broke open. Today I cried until I got sick. Screamed, crying, calling out, pulling into my driveway as the tears flowed. So much emotion flowing out of body. It was so draining and relieving at the same time. When I reach out and there's no one there, I turn to myself. When I speak out and there's no one there, I turn to myself. When I speak out and my voice quivers, I sound remedial to myself and to others. The niche to reach out and be heard, felt, admired, touched, validated, and relatability is so deep within my fire-kindled soul that it physically, literally pains me. During the day, after a pivotal conversation with an important person in my life that I admire, I felt great. I felt amazing, actually. I felt I was speaking motivation and inspiration into a colleague of mine at work. I was talking to anyone in front of me who stood still and laughing while getting returning laughs. Presenting a product that I truly believe in, all the while regaining my joy, peace of mind, dwindled at time. When I got my end day results is when I broke open. This career is everything to me. How can I have let myself down in such a minuscule way? When all I have is me, I have my dreams, my ambition, and my strong embedded work ethic. I have power in my voice and pep in my step. I have style and grace. I have so much within myself that I validate within myself over and over. My brain is a powerful tool. My brain functions in such an intricate and delicate way that I fall from my natural extravagant grace. What a waste. It's a shame. Shame on myself. Shame on myself. My thoughts and remembrance lack, and then the trait of deficient or faulty comes into play. What can I do to fix this? What can I do? Who can I call? Who can I run to? Who can give me advice or hear me out? Who? I yelled out in confusion and angry tears. My life is falling apart. The man that I love doesn't want me for his. I didn't hit my very small goal today. I have no one to talk to. I have people that care but cannot relate. For my verbal in the moment attempt at communication lacks in over-depth wavelengths of emotion spewing and splashing in my belly, in my chest, in my back, and in my neck. My quads tighten like I'm gripping to the seat of a roller coaster. I physically throw up at the spit, all of the spit that I had in me, feeling like I was throwing up pure negativity. I feel some relief for 2 seconds until I sit back up crying out again, until this deep disappointment within myself. I am crying right now that I failed at a small goal. No, but that was just a set-off, a disguise of an event that triggered so much of the appent. I am always telling myself that my day-to-day emotions are not relevant, so I pin them down into the depths of my own body. I push them deeper until I am triggered to my own fault. What a loss. What insanity. I understand my body in depth enough to where I know my lack of appetite is due to my shoved-in emotions, thoughts, and expression. The optimistic side of me appreciates that I'm taking the delicate time to write this out loud. My thoughts cannot be heard right now, but as I'm saying them, you're hearing my brain. As the only noise in my bedroom is my fan and AC, because it be hot in this bee, LOL. I notice my brain. I appreciate it. Hello. My emotions often clash in between my fine lines of logic, so I choose logic, and I choose logic, and if it's my emotions, I choose logic, and until I'm out of control, my balance and grace was lost a long time ago. I've been like this since I was a small child. My youngest memory I have of a clashing was sitting on my bed, crying hysterically on my Powerpuff themed bedspread. My mom comes in. She asks frantically, "What's wrong? What happened?" I said in a frantic hurry, "I don't know, Mom. I don't know. I just know that I'm sad." She held me and said, "It's okay to cry." From the young age of 9, I've always felt a confusion with crying. As the release happens naturally, logic is only attempting really fast to take over so that I'm not hurt anymore. A mosquito flies into my car. It is something so small, but such a relief. Of a distraction, I immediately calm down. Thinking of not wanting to get bit, watching it buzz around in my car, I'm so hyper-focused, I can almost imagine the sound of the buzz. I think of a work event that I want to go to, I think of the time and of getting dressed, then I take out my keys in the ignition, my tears are dried up, logic is back again, better and stronger, relief. I go to this event and I take in every new thing to learn and absorb. The literal name of this place is called Breakout. As I'm going through the pictures from the event, I'm thinking back to how I spoke about how I had to think outside of the box when COVID came along. I'm thinking of every positive to each negative, formalizing an equation within myself to be solution-oriented. I've always been like this. I just felt bad or questioned it. I broke open when I realized that this is genuinely a good thing. It's a survival and coping skill, and I've always had it. This epiphany really hit me and brought a whole new meaning to when you break open, you break free. I'm loving me a little more, and I learned something that I can now hone. So I'm glad I wrote. I'm glad me and my brain spoke. Thank you.